I have no idea how to start off this video. What's going on, everybody? I hope you're having a good day. If not, then I hope today gets better. So I feel that in my past couple videos I made that I've given out a lot of tips on how to overcome situations that I personally have been through, but I haven't really talked upon a lot of those situations or really talked about some of the flaws that I'm still currently going through. So in today's video, I figured I'd go ahead and talk about some of the flaws and things that I'm still working through to hopefully give you some hope and understanding that it's okay to mess things up and it's okay to not exactly be where you want to be at. But by understanding that, though, and trying to keep doing the next right thing every day, hopefully, if you learn like me, you'll get there eventually. But before I get into any of that, I just want to say thank you guys for the likes and comments on my last video. I really do appreciate it. I am right now sitting at 44 subscribers, so we went up a couple, and my last video I think is like close to 90 views, so it's actually pretty sick. So thank you guys from the bottom of my heart. I really do appreciate that. And please, guys, in my next video, please let me know what you guys want me to talk about next, because I'm also looking off your guys' ideas and not just my own. So anyway, I'm gonna go ahead and share my 3 flaws that I'm still currently working through, and if it doesn't help you in any way, well, hell, at least now you know you're not alone. Number 1, I can't make everyone happy. Number 2, I have to focus on the journey and not the destination. And number 3, it's okay not to be perfect. So anyway, yeah, let's just go ahead and start breaking this down, and this is gonna kind of be a short video. Starting off with number 1, I can't make everyone happy. Some people have a very specific use for me that I sometimes have to remind myself that I am not everybody's friend. I am not held in a higher value to people than I think that I was. And not to say that there aren't people out there who do appreciate me and do care about me and that I've done a lot for, but there has been a lot of people who I've done a lot for that haven't really appreciated or put me in a certain value that I put in them before. And I know I've talked about this in one of my last videos, and it's something that I want to kind of come back to again, because I still to this day am working through this and reevaluating my relationships with people and trying to really put the best people in the best position possible. I always tend to find myself playing Fix-It Felix for people's problems, or at least trying to put myself as a Fix-It Felix and people's problems, so that way they can kind of feel that at least I'm there and I want to help them, which I genuinely do. I do want to help people and make them feel better, but at the same time, I can only relate to what I can relate to, and I don't want to put myself in a situation where I'm trying to relate to someone's problem that I personally have not been there before, and I give them advice that isn't really genuine or isn't coming from a heartfelt compliment or understanding. Not that I do that to an extent at all. I've done that in my past for sure, and I've had to learn that that's not really okay to do that. But I'm learning to be more authentic and genuine, and just being honest that if I don't know what to say, I'll just say that I don't know what to tell you, but I'm here, and I'm here to help you try to figure it out if you need me to. And another thing that I had to realize is that it's important to be a friend, but it's not good to be a savior. At the end of the day, it's always best to help your friends and try to be the best person you can be to help them. However, you can't save them. You have to let people make their mistakes and figure stuff out on their own. And if they have to, make the mistake over and over and over again, well, that's just what it's going to take. And it's best not to intervene with that process, because that's, again, their process that they need to figure out is, what can I do to get myself out of this, instead of pulling on to other people to get them out of the situation. Sometimes you just got to be in the mud and really fight your way out of it. Now on to number 2, focus on the journey, not the destination. Now, how many times has someone said that before? I mean, there's probably more times than I could ever even really count, but it doesn't make it nonetheless true. I have to remember that patience really is key, and slower steps equal a bigger victory. And a lot of the times I find myself rushing a process, hoping and waiting for me to get to the end of the destination, but without really appreciating the process that's going along to get there. I guess the best example I can give is that, it's like sometimes if I'm working on a song, like I just want to rush, get the song done, and get it out there so people can listen to it. But at the same time, it's like, 1, no one's really listening to it, and 2, it's best to at least let it come more naturally to you. Hold on to the song and let ideas flow out. Work working on it, you know, one piece at a time. You know, that way you can really structure something else out and change it from being this half-assed thing to something really big and structured. Now, granted, I know I'm just talking about a song, but that can be put into about anything. You know, I mean, if any situation of your life, any project in your life, you know, you have to really stop and enjoy the process of doing the thing and not really getting to the end of the thing. And I really have to try to fight myself to appreciate the little goals that I make and not focus on these bigger goals and waiting for that appreciation for those, because at the end of the day, a step is a step. So I have to remind myself that it's okay to appreciate when someone gives you a compliment on something that you don't really find that big of a deal, but appreciate it nonetheless. Appreciate it as a step towards something and just keep going from there. Now, I know it sounds like I'm kind of talking at you guys, but realistically, I'm talking myself through my camera here, but it's true for everybody. I think you really have to focus and appreciate all these little goals in order to make the big goals matter. And finally, on to number 3, it's okay not to be perfect. I know for all my perfectionists out there, this can be a hard thing to swallow, but it's very true. And like all the adults told me growing up, all you have to do is try, and that's it. There really is no secret Krabby formula to life. It's literally just try the best you can do and the results will vary. And it's okay if something doesn't go your way, because at the end of the day, it was probably never meant to and begin with, but it should give you some perspective, hopefully, or at least with me, that it can at least tell me what I need to do next. And, you know, I've been asked a question before, which I actually find very smart, which is it important that it happened perfectly or that it ever happened at all? You know, and I know very much the situation can vary, but I know for me, just to give an example, when I asked out my girlfriend, you know, I wanted things to be said and done in a very specific and perfect way, but of course it never really happened that way. But instead of focusing on the fact that it didn't go the exact way I planned, I'm just glad that it happened in general. And I think that that's what a lot of people, including myself, have to keep working on a lot, which is just appreciate the situation for happening at all and stop getting so focused on the micro pieces of it. Because at the end of the day, that only stresses you and the other people around you out. So let's just stop doing that. Appreciate that the situation happened, appreciate it happened the way it did, and just move on. So that's really all I had for this video. I know that it was kind of a short one, but I just wanted to come on here and talk about some of my flaws and stuff that I'm still trying to work through day to day. So at least that way you know that, hey, I'm human, I don't have all the answers, and I'm still trying to figure it out just like yourself. And let's try to figure it out together. And you can do that by subscribing to my YouTube channel and following all my social links down below. And like I've said before, please let me know in the comments down below what kind of videos you guys want me to make, because I really want to try to get your guys' feedback so I can make you feel more involved in the process. But anyway, that's pretty much all I had. So thank you, and I'll see you in the next video. Have a good one.